YouTube wants me to insert an ad right now. Now would be a good time to insert an ad. Jog on, YouTube. What's up, Rev? Skyprop, Dennis, Ben, Coombs, the Coomster, Michael, Terry, James, Danovan, Jay, Tim Thomas. We got Terry. We got Strat CPO. Tim Thomas, Gary Davlin, Superfan Gary Davlin. We got Patrick, Yeti Matzi. We got Retro. We got Fredless. We got Rico. Music Sound Gear, My Knees Hurt. Dennis Ellis, Northbound Nova. Ripley, Cody, J Shaft, Mike. Majestic PB&J. Is that from my speaker? It is. As a matter of fact, it was for a speaker. That's the irony. Great skater, Sean. Trolls, Nick. Reniones and Dave and Eddie and Craig and Tactical and Snow World and Larry and Kevin. And James. Everybody's here. So it's all. And Rockin Nor. And Frank. And Tony. Oh, my arm. Touch of the tennis elbow. Too many coffee curls. Yeti Matzi. Funny ass guitar guy. And Phil. Terry Hams and Michael and Dave Hunter and Ed Logman. It's the 70s version. And Phil is here, Phil is there, where is Phil? He's right there. And Frank is there. Oh, God, how do I come up with them? Denim Delrick story? I don't know any of those. I hung out with the good kids. After choir practice, we would usually go up the old folks' home and do a bunch of free chores. Green Meanie asks, how did that brake job go? Swimmingly. We ran into a bit of a snag where we found out that, and I'm talking to my mechanic friends here, that one of the trolling arms had rotted and broken and was like completely off. The trolling arm. Now, for my non-mechanic friends, you know, the wheel, your back wheels are connected to an axle, right? And in fact, it's a front-wheel drive car, so it's not really an axle. Not really. But there's a kind of a, you know, rear thing that holds the wheels. A bar, a round bar, holds the wheel, right? Now, that has two things that connect it to the car. One of the things is the shock, right, and the spring, right? That's the shock absorption. And then the other thing is this big bar that like bolts into the frame and then bolts into it so that that thing doesn't go away from the car. That was broken, which is, you know, that's like when you pull the hubcap off and you find out that 4 of the 5 lugs on the wheel are gone and that last one is about halfway off. You're like, looks a little unsafe. Yeah, the trailing, right? It's the trailer bar, right? Trailing bar. It's basically the link that literally holds the rear axle to the frame. The wheel was just completely free floating, hanging off of the shock. Thank you, Buzz. Coffee Fun Hospital. Finally letting you have a Saturday off. Nice. So so in the front, yeah, the trailing arm, exactly. To say it is dangerous, you know, did I get a little bit of footage of it? I might have. To say it's dangerous is an understatement. The understatement of the year. It is. Oh, it's dangerous. And in fact, when you look at it, you start to think like, oh my God, we were driving that on the highway. I got 2 trailing arms, so only put. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I gotta switch this to 1080p. All right, you ready? Okay. There's the arm. There's the axle, right? Here's your shock, right? And that's probably an anti-sway bar right there, right? And like a link bar. This is the bar that really holds it into the body, though. That's your trailer arm. And as you notice, it's not working. So that's pretty dangerous. Not gonna lie, bit on the dangerous side. So luckily we're able to get that done, and then all 4 new brakes on it. And well, we were hearing some clunking, and it was most likely the wheel. In fact, we noticed the wheel well had some damage where the wheel had rubbed up against the well, right? Because you're taking a corner and the car turns, and that trailing arm is supposed to have the wheel turn with it, but it doesn't. It stays back, right? And boom, it hits the rail. So when we were taking corners, we could hear it bump. It's bumping against the wheel well, and then straighten itself out. That's probably not good. I was taking that thing at like 80 miles an hour on the friggin' highway. A few times. So and then the other thing that sucked is that I bought the brake kit off of Amazon, and they sent the wrong rear rotors. They sent it for all 4 ABS instead of 4 ABS, but also with drum. In other words, there's a mini drum in each of the rear. So they didn't send that. I had to go buy those. And so it cost me an extra like $150 because everybody said, I don't have the cheap rotors. We're waiting for them to come in. Nobody had them in stock. And so I had to buy like the medium rotors, which were, you know, like $75 each. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. No, less than that. They were $66 each, but then there's tax. Like $145 for just the 2 rear rotors. Normally I pay like $28 a rotor. So that was a little pricey. And there's no sending it back to Amazon because it's a kit. And they say, like, if you send the kit back, you send the whole kit back. And the thing weighs about 100 pounds. To send it back would be ridiculously expensive. So I'll just take those rotors and either chuck them down the river or throw them up on Craigslist. I know, good thing I caught it before it all went wrong. Very lucky. we didn't cheap out when it came to brakes. In fact, the brakes that we put in were pretty nice. But they just sent the wrong friggin' rotor. It's annoying. I know. If you, well, the funny thing is I remember it. The dude who was helping me remembers. He goes, "I remember this car." He goes, "Don't you remember that he got hit for $1,000 because we were looking at the brakes?" And he's like, "Don't you remember he got hit for like $1,000 on my father-in-law? He got hit for like $1,000 on the brakes. And it was only like the front two brakes." I'm like, I know. What a beatdown. What a friggin' beatdown. You know, that's a manager trying to get his friggin' quarterly quota. Considering we did all four wheels for $195 in parts retail. You know, if they sent the right rotors, it cost me an extra $1.50 because they didn't. But that's you know, assuming you get the right parts, you can do the whole thing for about $200. Dryer blew up the other week. House almost caught fire. Yeah, you know what? They get clogged with lint. That just reminds me. I should probably clean out the. I probably have to clean out the vent. Right, you're supposed to clean those vents out. I probably haven't cleaned it out in freaking 10 years. Brakes and rotors cost $2,000. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, no, they get you, man. Trust me, I worked in a garage. You know, like a true monopoly, it's different prices for different people. How much is it? How much you got? I do love this guitar. Learned in your youth that you hate working on cars. So do I. I really do. But I also have a hard time paying somebody to work on them. There are some people out there that are pretty good, but they're so hard to find. You know, I had a guy when I had that Mercedes when I was in college. It was a hard car to work on, very specialized motor, and we had trouble really working on it and getting it good. And man, for like, I think the total bill for him was about $350 or $400. And I remember driving out of there, and he had quieted the lifters down. He got rid of all the smoking coming out of it because of this like membrane. It's this crazy membrane that they had used in there. It was almost like a calf skin friggin' membrane in the middle of the friggin' engine that would off the carburetor that was used to like give the carb like more torque when you stepped on the engine. It would, you know, it was like, it was analog. It was like literally like a, what do I want to say, a diaphragm, like a diaphragm. And that thing would break, and then oil would seep from the crankcase literally straight into the carb. And it would blow smoke like you can't believe. And he fixed that. I figured it out. You know, of course, then I'm watching him do it. Never had to go to him again to fix it. It broke like 2 more times because maybe it was just for a warmer climate because it would get cold and it would break in the winter. Like the pressure would be too great or whatever. You'd start the car up and boom, it'd be smoking again. Oh, it broke the membrane again. Pull it open, pull that thing out, put a new one in, close it all back up again. Yeah, I'm mashing it up. It's an old-fashioned mashup. The Ben was not a diesel, but I went to another mechanic later on because the car, sadly, I got hit head-on by this chick who just got her license and wasn't really good at steering the wheel, and we had a head-on collision that was 100% her fault. And so, the car was kind of totaled, but I knew this dude, who was kind of out in the sticks, and he was way into Mercedes, and he had like a few on the lot, way in the bay, had a big yard, and he loved that era. I had a 75 280C, and he had another one that was like pretty much the same thing. So we were able to move a lot. He gave me, I got like a new shell, right? He gave me like a new car to work with, and we sort of switched everything over and got the car going again, but it never really was the same, Playing your Les Paul too? Yeah, I tell you, man. I've been playing this, a bit more. Yeah. Then the money note right here. Great. A duty. I'm not really good at Santana. I used to know a few Santana riffs, and I can't remember them. I need a refresher. Need a refresher course. It's all ball bearings these days. What do you need, a refresher course? I do. Yeah, I heard about that collapsing on stage. That's not good. That's not good. I haven't heard much about it, but I did hear about that he had a. Oh man, so good. Sweetwater just said the LP Classic is the perfect blues guitar. Sweetwater said that? Wow. I mean, if Sweetwater says that. So was Carlos was dehydrated or something like that? Little undernourished, little hungry, little dehydrated. So yeah, so the brakes went in. Brakes are doing dehydration is the thing. I was a little dehydrated when I was in the second GitCon. Luckily, I found they do a lot of sparkling water. I can't do the sparkling. I'm a still guy, and they would blow through the still water because no one, it's a bigger audience for the still than the sparkling. But yeah, I found the ice and the friggin' just the tap water works for me. Because this is that one I've been using. I've been using this one a lot. That that one. That one. The one I've been doing. DOD YJM 308 Brit 2X2 G12 T75-SM57. That old chestnut. I'm just saying, I have a renewed love for this guitar. Just on a whim, I pulled it out the other day. You know how that goes. And I was like, oh right, you have a really kick-ass Les Paul that sits on a shelf over there in a case. You should pull that out every once in a while. Mini LP, you ready? Oh, you might have bought your way into a mini LP right there. We could do it. Steve, thoughts on Andy Timmons? His playing is so good. It makes grown men cry. For real. Never forget that. Andy Timmons is so good. He makes experienced grown men weep. That's how good his playing is. We'll come back to the LP in a second. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna turn this down because I don't want it to be too clicky on you here. You know, before we get started, I do want to point out that one of the greatest pieces of gear I have picked up in the last 5 years is this little switch right here. You see that little extra ring that sticks out at the base there? Right? It's got a little extra little thingy there. Oh, right, see it? That's a kill switch, so that you don't get any sound until I plug it in. And when you're doing a live show and you're reaching up and you're going, I'm almost there. I got this. I'm not nervous. You're nervous. And you're there. Then you know, you don't get it. It's not all noisy. It probably needs to be tuned. Hold on. I gotta go here. And then I gotta go here. Right. So what am I doing? I'm going, no. Right. Okay. I just got to think about this for a sec. I'm thinking in me notes. Right. Okay. That's sharp. I'm like, am I flat or am I sharp? Because I'm tuning to friggin' open F. You're like, open F. I think. So what's this supposed to be? This is supposed to be a B flat. And this is supposed to be a D. And this last one is supposed to be a G. It's the only one that was in tune. Damn. This guitar's a little dusty. A and the D and the G. Okay, I think. What's it? I forget it now. Yeah. Yeah. I think is it sus? Yeah, it's sus the major. And then this that chord. And then it's like I would have to review it again, but it's something like that. And then it's is it that? Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah. Hey, what's up, girl bar? Oh, I've played it before. I forget songs all the time. Oh my God. It's one of those sauces. What's up, Monty? I've been well. I know I probably am going to YouTube jail for this All right, that's the only song I know on this guitar. I'm going back to the LP. This guitar is fun though. Thanks for reminding me how fun this guitar is. Hold on. La ta tu ta ti ta ta la tu. Alright, it's like a whole step up. Could probably do it with a capo or capo, as they say in Europe. Use a guitar you've never used on a show. I don't think I have. I don't think I have one. Yeah, I've had a lot of shows. you gotta fill that time. Yeah, exactly. Blackie Flawless. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of the awesome name of this guitar. Blackie. Blackie Flawless. Yeah, that was Van Halen. Capo is the actual pronunciation from the Italian word capo for a top, which is, yeah, we know, but we don't care. Just throw that on the heap of words that Americans are like, whatevs, brah. No, it's Ibanez. Not Ibanez, not Ibanez. No. It's not Ibanez, which is really what it was supposed to be, because they're trying to sound Spanish. But we just called it Ibanez, and they were like, sure. Anything by Mountain? Not really. Maybe that, sort of that main riff. It's just because you kind of have to know it, right? It's like everybody, some riffs everybody knows, it's just you never know when you could be called into a riff off, so you gotta be at the ready, but that's all I know. I'm just telling you, I really like this guitar. I've been really liking this one lately. It's been a source of inspiration. Exactly. All the LP songs are coming out. That's what happens. You hear that? Never gonna let you up. Never gonna get you down. Actually, Bobby came by today, and he did bring the San Dimas back. Yeah, this weighs over 9 pounds. This is almost 10. It's 9.98 pounds, I think. Something like that. It's up there. It's a good looking, you know, when you, I like, you know, when you hold it in the light just right, you know, on the top's just got that just right, you know, it's just the bevel. See right there? You know what I'm saying? A little bevel. Like, you know, nice. In fact, I was talking with Bobby earlier today. We how much we like, you know, painted Gibsons, but you know, then again, we come from more of a painted guitar than a natural finished guitar sort of background. You know, what being from the 80s and all. What's up, Black Shoe Bear? Yeah, trying to think. So there's a Nazareth song that's like "Son of a Bitch." That's it's a different rhythm, but it's very much the same notes as Day Tripper. But it's the rhythm is so different, it's hard to say it's the same song, right? It's a very, very different melody. But I did I do it though. I'm saying now you're messing with a son of a bitch. Way up there. Now you're messing with the son of a bitch. You know? I do like SGs. I own an SG. Yeah, the SG is black too. I got the set. Right, the black SG and the black LP. And we're complete. No other guitars ever. The set is done. Just a 70s guy today? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, well, maybe a little bit. Is it? Yeah. It's a great little riff. Da, 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 da. You need a Black Explorer or V? I think you meant to write, you need a Black Explorer and V. Do you ever take a break from guitars? Yeah, pretty much from when the show ends until the show starts the following week. This week I actually played a little bit more guitar, which is why I'm slightly more warmed up this week than usual. But you know what? I got a touch of the tennis elbow in my left arm. You know what tennis elbow is? So at the joint here where the muscles connect, and you got to remember when you're playing guitar, you can see those muscles are moving all the way down there. It's a pretty long thing. So where they connect, those tendons get inflamed, right? And it's not just for tennis. You know, workers that have a repetitive job get it. Musicians get it, right? It's fairly common in musicians. They call it tennis elbow because that's sort of probably where it was most famously found. But it's just the tendons, and man, and the way to get it is you're trying to straighten your arm out. It's like, oh, that feels good. Stretch those friggin' tendons out. Oh, God. You know, I got to remember I'm also a lefty, so I also do a lot with my left hand, right? Everything else is, I'm a lefty. So, baseball players get it more, do they? Yeah, baseball players, sure. Yeah. They got a custom making this, slap a Floyd on it and a snakeskin head. Go nuts, bro. Don't let them tell you you're crazy. That's a plan, if I ever heard one. Gary says he has it in both arms. Oh, really? Say, I only have it in one. I only have it in my left. And I don't know what to do. It's like, do you get dumbbells and does that work it out? Or does that just make it freaking worse? I don't even know how to, like the therapy seemed to be like, give it a rest. It's like, what the hell does that mean? Like, most useless friggin'. You know, they do say stretch it out. They do say stretch it out. God. Everything Hurts. That's going to be the name of my first album. Everything Hurts. And then my second album will be Ice and Ibuprofen. Yeah, right. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Deanna. It's like ice and ibuprofen, anti-inflammatories. They get the swelling down. Right? My arms just swell, and it's the swelling that makes it hurt. Oh. So you're going country then, exactly. Everything that hurts. Everything hurts. I'm almost in the grave, 'cause everything hurts right now. And a great name for the second album too, right? My third album will be posthumous at the rate I'm going. Probably gonna just treat it with indica. Steve, did you see the new Wolfgang WVH prototype Wolf is using a toy? I actually did see that. I thought it looked pretty cool. You wonder if there's going to be a move away from solid bodies, right? Is this new gen going to be like, well, they've done everything with the solid body. Looks like we're moving hollow body, boys, or else we're the same, you know? Just literally just to be different. Could be that. Could be the move. I love the pickups in this guitar. The neck is a little muddier than I'd like, but I'm getting used to it. What pickups? These are the 61s, I think. 61R. Is that a thing? I'm terrible with Gibson for what they put in there. I'm real bad about that, but they're not the 57s because that's what's in the SG. I think they're 61. I think there's a 61 in the number there somewhere. Somewhere in the number is a 61. SpiritCon 2. I know, it's like I forget all the time. You know what? They have a lot of pickups. Okay. They have a lot of pickups. You adjust your pole pieces? I don't. They say that's a way to get rid of the muddiness. They say move the magnets away. Actually, they say flip the pickup around so that the pole pieces are closer to the bridge, and move it farther away from move the actual pickup down, away from it, but lift the pole pieces up, and it makes it a lot brighter. But I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work. I'm not doing that. If you could change one thing in the guitar industry, I think we have too many guitars. Put me on record. There's just too many. We don't need this many. We're overrun. By this time next year, they'll fill the entire quadrant. I can't be like tribbles. We have too many. I'm gonna cut it down. Pare it down. Pare it down now. All right. So, as the title of the tonight's live show mentioned. It was 3 years ago this week that I was in jolly old Germany. And you know what? Of all the events I've been to, this might be like one of my favorite. It just was incredible. The weather was fantastic. We had one bad day, and then the weather was like fantastic. And we really got like the rock star treatment We were there courtesy of Hughes and Kettner, and they were there to launch a new amp, and they brought us over, and it was a lot of fun. And then they were a sponsor for one of the Rockin 1000 events, and they brought us there. And again, the full rock star treatment. It was nice. So let's go into slideshow mode, and we will. So here I am finding myself on a bus again, going on another trip. I had a lot of trips this year. That in 2019, I went to Germany, I think 3 times. And I'm back on Lufthansa. Hello, Lufthansa. And I'm in the sky again because I can't. And that's probably over. That could be over Germany, but I feel like that might be over. Trying to remember. Was that a direct flight? That was a direct flight, so it had to be Germany. And then there we are. This is the church, right? I'm in St. Wendel, right? Sankt Wendel, which is St. Wendel in American. And this is the hotel over here on this side here. And of course, everything is centered around a big basilica. So it really is, yeah, there's our hotel and our little restaurant. Wonderful little place. Delightful. And one thing they have here, technology that we don't have here in America, is the spaghetti ice cream. They can make ice cream through this like little nozzle that makes it look like spaghetti. And then they cover it in strawberry sauce and white chocolate chips to make it look like, pasta. And they put a little wafer on the side, and I'm like, this is why America is losing. Why don't we have this? Damn it. And there we are in the evening. I'm sucking down a Paulander, Weissbier. And yeah, do I have to say anything? I don't think I do. We all win. We all win. That was my bed, like a goddamn spaceship. I think that was the honeymoon suite. It was a weird day. The bed was extremely hard, and it was it was pretty bad. That was the guitar I mostly used. This blue Ibby. Exactly, because penis. This was a pretty awesome guitar. I've been looking to find another one, but they're kind of pricey. Yeah, but I found them around $1,500-$1,600. They're made in Japan. Fishman's. The thing weighs a ton. It's a solid mahogany body that weighs. It's friggin' heavy. That's a heavy guitar. I don't know. It's just something about it I really liked, and that was my main guitar for the whole time I was there. Well, it's the funny thing is they were like, go pick out a guitar, and I got there early and ran over. I'm going to take this one. It was like the best one there, in my opinion. It was the best one. It's like, see you suckers. That's a traditional German meal. It's meat with a side of meat and a little bit of vegetables and a piece of bread. And here we are. That's Joss Allen, Harry and the guitar. The guitar cook from France. Cat Pick Studios, and of course Jack. God, I love this dude. He's like the nicest guy. Yeah, they're all amazing people. That is Mr. Fast Fingers. I loved his watermelon. I love the watermelon socks with the watermelon footwear. I was like, you know what? I gotta up my fashion game. I said, well, it's one of these things. This is my Last Supper photo. Gotta admit, it's a pretty good photo. Here's more people. You got Perry. This guy's an amazing guitar player, and same with this guy here too. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. YouTube's telling me it would be a good time to insert an ad. Oh, we're gonna have fun with this. No, YouTube, I'm not inserting an ad right now. That's Mr. Fast Fingers. There's Rocky Low. She's a French, a really amazing guitar player. There's Henning's head behind hers. You got Phil McKnight there, and of course Trey Xavier. And there's Guitar Cook there. And that's Michael Wagner, also known as Michael Wagner. And he is an amazing guitar player. I just love him. Of course, there's Harry again. There's Jack again. And Steve Stein, who is also a very, very amazing guitar player. And just a genuine, all-around nice guy. Oh, yeah, nice photo. You know who's in this photo? Everyone but me. Why? Because I'm taking the photo. You know? I like his pirate face there. Arr, arr. nice pirate face going there. Again, it's the church again. Basilica? I think it's a basilica. Right? More church crap. Now let's get to the real stuff. I switched to the brown beer. Okay, this is very important. For a while there, I was on the Paulander Weiss beer, but a lot of people were getting the brown beer, the Krombacher. And I said, you know what? I'm going dark beer. And I loved it. Nutty, toasty, hoppy, floral notes. Of course, there's Kefir. Kefir got a custom shop Strat, and he had them send it to the factory at Hughes and Kettner because he didn't want to. Because he was like, I'm going to this event in Germany. Just send it there, and it showed up there. So that's his new custom shop Strat. I was like, dude, look at you, you crazy bastard. There it is. It is the Michael Landau. See that? That's the Landau circle right there. That was inside the factory. We're setting up to record a video. There's the new amp on the floor there. Way down there. See? There's Harry. There's Harry. There's this guy, right? These cameras, that camera was like $80,000. Yeah, there it is. Like an $80,000 camera. They're shooting it with Red Dragon. And, oh yeah, there's my Hughes and Kettner I was using. The guy was asking me, he was like, why don't you dance?
Now in glow in the dark. Bedtime? I don't think so.
I remember that ad.
No thanks, Mom. I don't think so. Glow in the dark yo-yo by Omega.
He's not wrong. Those guys, of course, were complete sick. Both Jack and Jay were like master friggin' yo-yo guys. They were doing like every trick in the book. It's like, for Christ's sakes. We went out to this amazing restaurant, and I was sitting next to Kefir, and we both got the same dish. We both decided to go with this steak and potato dish with 3 types. I think that's like a butter, right? An herb butter, and probably a chutney, right? And then some sort of sauce. And that's the before, and that is the after. Again, this is what it started, and that was the end. And of course, that was Phil McKnight. He couldn't stop eating the spaghetti ice cream. Back at the place, they had the bales of hay out in the way out in this like field area next to kind of like a little trailer. I don't know if I have a picture of it. I'm gonna see it in the background there a little bit. I love that guitar though. Yeah, so we're out there. We're shooting something. All right. Oh yeah, you know what? We're inside, and I ran into this, and I'm like, Mexican McDonald's. What the hell is this crap? Like, they just don't. The Royale, it's the Royale with cheese, man. I'm telling you, man. It's like a whole different friggin' menu. It's like those Germans have a different word for everything. Look at that. Nugget Mania. We actually did go to a McDonald's out there one night. This is a circuit board printer. Those items are like they're coming over, and a robot will print it on a circuit board. It was pretty cool. We're in a anechoic room that's completely silent. What it used to be is a munitions room. The walls are 10 feet thick. It was a French munitions room during the World War II. And they, when they realized the walls were so friggin' thick, they decided to make it into an anechoic room for completely silent recording. And that's what it is. It's really weird because there's absolutely no reflection. So at one point they put you in there, is Steve. At one point they put you in there by yourself, and you can like hear the blood going through your ears, because as the sound goes down, your ears turn their gain up like naturally, right? It's always expecting a little bit of a din, and when it goes really that low in sound, your ears, just like your eyes will adjust for darkness, your ears adjust for low sound. It's pretty crazy. There I am. Look at me. Look at me having fun. That's my happy face. But again, meat. When you're in Germany, what's on the menu? Do we have meat? Okay, I'll go with the meat. What else? Meat? Okay, that sounds good. They have Toyotas there. Beautiful day that day. Of course, now we're back to the ice cream. I went with the chocolate sauce. Granted, it doesn't quite fit the theme like the red sauce does, but I don't know. I just felt like chocolate that day. Now we're on our way to Frankfurt. Yeah, that might be ice cream. And yeah. We're on our way to Frankfurt, I think. Yep. We go through some, solar panels and vineyards. We get to the vineyards, like massive vineyards. Well, not like that's all vineyard. Went as far as the eye could friggin' see. And I think that was the Rhine River. Very famous river. And this is day one. We're setting up for the Rockin 1000. Set up. And there I am. Proof of life. And now we're at the hotel and we're having dinner. And that was a nice hotel. I really like that. And that is one of the organizers of the Rockin 1000. He was staying in the same hotel, and we would see each other at the place, and then we saw each other there. And real nice guy. One of the two, Raphael, was the guy on our side, and I'm trying to remember his name. I'd have to look. I follow him on Facebook, but super nice guy, and he was like one of the main guitar players to help organize the guitar groups. He was on one side and we were on the other. So, then we took a ride out to Guitar Point. And you ever been to that place, man? Guitar Point, my European friends. Pretty sick. That's like a 57 Strat. I was like, hey, bro. That might even be a 54 Strat. That might be a 54 Strat. I'm seeing that round. Yeah, I think that's a 54. That's probably a 66, right? It's got the wide squirt here, right, of the red, and it's got the transitional logo and headstock. I'm thinking that's 66. That's where, in the case, there was a curly cable, and the cable rested against the guitar, and the rubber burned through the finish. That's a different one. I know they look the same, but he had two like of the same year and the same like model. Few different ones, few different. So, oh, yeah. Oh, God, that was really nice. Like a Mary Kay Strat, like a real Mary Kay. Yeah, that's probably 60, what? Like a 3 or a 4? It's got a pretty thick stripe here. But it's got a spaghetti logo, so it's not 64. I'm thinking 62, 63, somewhere around there. There's an anniversary Strat. Nice little anniversary Strat. Hold on, my mouse is getting screwed up here. There we go. All right. Come on, don't screw this up. There you go. I always wanted one of those. I could have bought one of those for such short money. In fact, there was one dude who even had the white one, which is extremely rare, but I didn't have the cash at the time. God. So many guitars I could have got for short money, but that was one of them. Could have got one of those for like $800-900. And now they're like, at least double that. That is a 1959 Gibson Les Paul. He wanted, I want to say, 280,000 euros for it. And you say, why so cheap? Because it had a repaired headstock. He sold it. He did get $280,000 for it. Or maybe $250, who knows what he took for it, but he did sell it. And you can see here, it was a headstock repair. Yeah. Number nine. Now we've moved from the vintage place to the largest retailer in Frankfurt. And this place was pretty cool. And we're in the Fender custom shop area. And we're deciding which custom shop guitars do we like the best. That old chestnut. None of these are vintage. These are all custom shop. These are all, that's what's that, an Aerodyne? Never crazy about that. Again, more custom shop. Custom shop. Custom shops. He was looking at this. He really liked the reverse headstock. He's like, dude, this is the one for me. I was like, yeah, maybe. It's a good looking guitar. Yeah, he's ready. Like, damn. Yeah, that was I want to say that was like 20 grand. I think it was expensive. 12 grand? Everyone's picking out the one they want. I kind of like that one. That'll look pretty good. This one here. Some Ibis. That's a nice custom. Looks like mine, but actually, it is like mine. Yeah, there it is. Very much like mine because it has the blade. Some of them have a switch instead of the blade. A three-way toggle, but that clearly has the blade switch like mine. Nice top there, Hot Top. The old J Custom. Some Charvels. Oh, now we're back at the stadium. We're finally moved indoors. And that was a band the night before. They just left the stage up. It was easier to leave it up than to try and take it down. They put everybody around it, and then they used it for some stuff. They had an opening act, so they just had the opening act use the stage from the band. It might have been, was it Rammstein the night before? I forget now. And there's my amp, and there's my rig, and there's my bag. That's my whole thing. I'm at the edge there. I wound up moving in. It's a pretty big place. I think it holds like 65,000 for a soccer game. And we had about 22,000, I think they said. Yeah, that's Raphael. That's the guy who was our sort of like musical director. And there we are, we're all wearing the headphones. He brought an ESP with him because we were sponsored by Ibanez and Hughes and Kettner. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Oh yeah, Pondering Life. Oh, little photo bomb. What riff shall I play tonight? What riff shall I bestow on the people? That might be too much. Ari and Phil. Lots of photos. Let's get in there. Oh yeah, that was a good drink. I don't know what the hell that was, but it's like a sugar straw, and that was a good drink. Like sugar and lime, and I had a few of those. Harley Davidson was a sponsor. They rode some freaking Harleys in there. We're waiting there, and a guy just comes driving in with a Harley. Ah, there's Raphael. He's a good guy. And there we are. Hello, hello. Hello, Cleveland. You gonna do it? No? Just holding? Nothing? Did it work? Oh, fuck, it's on fucking... That sounds like me. Oh, we're having lots of fun. That's Henning. That's me worried about rain. Let me open the roof. That was my rig. YouTube 11. That's an 11. And they gave me some food here to work on. Henning's riding around on this little wheel. I am just unicycling everywhere. Yes, because I am Henning. Look at us. Look at these goddamn rock stars. Turned out to be a beautiful day. It goes to show you how big this friggin' place was. My dude. Here's our Bluetooth headsets. There we are waiting to go in. There we are in there. There we are. I'm high-fiving everybody, because why not? Probably doing, what are we doing? That was a great tune. Don't look back in anger. Then we got like the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm like, what the frick? Ah, and there's the photo from the thumbnail, sort of, with less ass in the other photo. There we are after the show. Lots of fun. A little bit of a pirate. Arr. So I'm driving back and I see this building. This building always fascinated me because it is so friggin' huge. Yeah, I cannot impart to you the size of this friggin' building. Found out later it's a train station. That's why it's so big. And there I am on my way back. And I think that's it. Was there any more photos? Oh yeah, one final shot. And where's Steve-O? Right there. There's Steve-O. I could have been right here, where he is. But we switched, and I went in here. I went incognito. Thought I was a little too out in the front. Didn't want to be there. And he had regretted it. And he's like, I wish I went over the front. I said, you want to switch? And he said, sure. And we did. And that is how that went. How many women were there? It depended on the instrument. So for guitar players, not very many. And for drummers, not very many. But for keyboard players, quite a few. And for, they had singers, quite a few. I'd say half. And for they had a horn section, quite a few. I'd say like half. Quite a few. Like of the, what I would say, band instruments. They had a very small section, but they did have a few. And but for guitar player, no, it's a sausage fest. Yeah, bass, I would say mostly men. There might have been a slight uptick in women for bass, but again, not like keyboards, singing, and band instruments. I would say those three had a far higher percentage of women. Is that like Ozfest? Sort of. I'm sure Ozfest is quite a sausage fest too. Where are the cats today? They're all upstairs. They haven't been down here today. They're all hanging upstairs. Am I going to Germany this year? I don't have plans. I could probably go to Henningsing if I wanted to pay my own way, but I don't. Maybe next year. We'll see. We'll see. You know what? I would like to go again, but I don't know if they're ever going to have it again. I would love to go to Toman. I thought the Toman event was just absolutely stellar. So friggin' good. You know, that was again. So SpiritCon, I'm still rating SpiritCon #1 for just the overall rock star feel and everything. And right behind it, though, was that second TGU 19. That was a really good event, too. Really, really good event. Best guitar deal that fell into your hands by chance? I'd say probably the Kramer, right, for $3 1/4. That's probably the best one, right? An 83 Kramer. Thing's in pretty stellar shape. Or the Select Strat for $8.99. But I'm still thinking that Kramer, even though it needed work. Hey, what's up, Aljon? ...2006 Jackson SL 2H for $300. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Traded an art chord. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I would say the 83 Kramer for $3 1/4. That's probably like one of the best deals I've ever had. I'm trying to think. That Select Strat for $8.99 was a pretty good deal too, considering how recent it was. That's probably the two best that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, I almost had a unfortunately I couldn't get it, but there was there are a few deals out there that were crazy. I remember a Jackson. I think it was the SL1. It's the single double, right? Two singles in a two single coil form factor in the humbucker. Made in USA, right? Full on made in USA Jackson, like SL1, and it was like $7.99, and I'm staring at it going, oh my god, and it sold very quickly. Been looking for a vintage Digitech rack gear, slim to none. Yeah. Like what do they have there? Was it the 2020 or the 2112? There's a few. I have a Valve Effects. Still works. Yeah, 2101, yeah. Yeah, well, Cashmere is a tricky one. Because of the copyright crap. You start to learn over the years. But you like from My Michelle GNR? I wasn't a big GNR guy. Never bought a single GNR album. So I'm not the guy to ask about GNR riffs. You got to remember when GNR hit the scene. I was 22. They weren't around in my teenage years. My Michelle is great. It sounds like a Beatles song. There's only one good GNR album anyway. That's what they say. And it's called Chinese Democracy. "22 was your cutoff?" Oh no, I was gone years before that. I was pretty much out on metal by 86 for sure. Because I picked up in 86, I think I got the first, I went to go see the Michael Brecker, the Brecker Brothers, or was it the Michael Brecker Group? It was either Brecker Brothers or Brecker Group, and they had a young guy named Mike Stern on guitar, and he was really good. And I was really switching over to more of the jazz fusion than the rock around 86. Andy Lameda from Camel, I don't. Got to be a big fan of Greg Howe. Well, I think Greg Howe's an amazing player. I don't think I ever bought Any of his stuff, though. I think I did buy the Chris and Pelleretti album. I think I bought the Tony McAlpine album. Definitely had Tallis and the Billy Sheehan albums. I had Vi's Flexible. I don't think I got the Greg Howe album. I'm trying to remember. I might have. Is he playing the HM Strat on the cover? I forget now. Who's he touring with now? I feel like he's touring with, like... Is he touring with Whites? I don't even know. I was a big Steely Dan fan, yeah. What's it? You probably... Yeah, there it is. It's a blues. God, I made that coffee last, huh? And then, of course, there's... Hey, Larry. Right. Right. There you go, bro. A minor third. Yeah. Nice riffs. Da-da. Have to practice that one a little bit. Ever played an open G tuning? Probably, because I was doing a little Stone stuff in the late 80s, I think. Yeah, like 89, 90, somewhere around there. And so he had a few tunings, a D tuning, maybe a G tuning, and maybe even an E tuning. That, for various tunes. But I forget them all. God, it was a long time ago. I will say that it did make it sound way more accurate by doing the special tuning. It's always so frustrating when you find out later. Like the most famous one is the Rain Song. You're like, these are like the world's most difficult chords. Like how could this is ridiculous. How could anybody play this? And then you realize he just tuned it, and it's like 2 notes and a bunch of open strings. These 2 notes, those 2 notes, these 2 notes, and you're like, you son of a bitch! Steve Vai is touring with Whitesnake as the opening act or the guitar player in the band? Because I know he came out and did a song with them, but come on, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, verse. I do like the sound of this. Yeah, it's how fast as I ride. Gotta remember, the first one is open, the second one's closed. If you play the copyrighted song fast, does it still get flagged? I think it kind of does. They're pretty, you know, that's the one system, boy. They really locked in on the music. The music industry just totally locked in on YouTube. What's up, JP? Red Beaches with the Whitesnake now. There's a hole in my life. Da-da-da. Ryan? Want one of the Red Beach Old Signature? Yeah. Was it a Voyager? Was it the Red Beach Voyager guitar? Forget now. I think it was a Voyager in Carina, right? That's the one again. Got to get the Carina. I think they had a few different finishes, but do I still have the Mean Street 5150? That was not my guitar. That was a borrowed guitar for one video many years ago. So no, several hours after that video was completed, that guitar went back to its owner. What I consider a gimmick in the industry, all caps, pretty much. I love the neck on this guitar. You know, of all the Gibsons I've owned, even more than my SG, this is a way more comfortable neck. What's your opinion of the Fender's reissue HM Strat? It's a better neck than the original, okay? The original HM Strat neck was a very wide neck because there was sort of like a thing in the industry where they were like, you know, they want to be like classical guitars, which have wide necks that are very thin from front to back. That's what they went for, right? A lot of guitars were doing that, you know, that sort of the style, like a wider neck. Kramer had a run like that, but they dumped it. Ibanez never went wide, but they went thin. And, yeah, it was sort of a thing where they would go like a little extra wide. And I hated it. They had one of the original ones at the Natick store, and it was up for $4.99 for like the longest time. Then it was up for $3.99. And I said, you know what? For $3.99, damn it, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to try it. And I went out there and picked it up. I said, oh my God, I hate this neck. I hate it. And I put it back up on the shelf. And a few weeks later, it went to $2.99. And I was like, and it sold. And I didn't get it. But I hated the neck. I was like, you know what? Even for $2.99, I hate the neck. I played one of the new ones. It's the Charvel neck. It is a much better neck. It is not that big, wide body original neck from the 80s. If you like a wide neck, go with the original one. But I didn't care for it. The new one is pretty much a Charvel neck. It's a gorgeous playing, very nice shred neck, very easy to play, completely different from the original neck, and I like it a lot better than the original neck. You heard of R3, R4, that was like an R12. What's up, Surf B? Yeah, PRS has wide necks. I don't know why he markets it that way either. Some people don't like that. I always use these. This is my standard pick. You know, my, but I do have, they're still over here. The ones I had over here recently. Here's a little thicker pick, like that. A little bit. A little thicker. A little bit. Then we get into the big boys. The biggins. This pick and biggins even the smallest riffs. And then, of course, I know you think your pick is cool, but is it impregnated with 24 karat gold flakes? I don't think so. Nice try, though. And then, of course, the real big ones. Big old thick. That's a man's pick, baby. Did it do? I don't sell my picks with my logo. That guy who did those picks is out of, did I get the copper one too? No. And you know what, Gary? Glad you brought that up. I feel the copper should be cheaper than the gold. Am I crazy? Is it me? Since when is copper the same price as gold? Okay. How much is the gold pick? €40. How much is the copper pick? €40. Really? Uh-oh. Feels like it should be €35. No? I know he sent you that video, but he's got some new materials, dude. It's like got you drooling. It's like the addiction is real, man. He's got some new stuff. He sent me he's got a bunch of new of the like aluminum. What does he call that? The chaos theory or something like that? String theory. And he's got like the aluminum wire, like in the resin. Oh my God, they look friggin' incredible. And he's got it now in a whole bunch of flavors. Copper's getting pretty rare. €40 for a pick. Oh yeah. Yeah, but they're more for looking at than for playing. You know, it's it's an art thing. Again, I think the problem is that we treat picks like very much utilitarian, and we miss the subtle science and exact art of pick making. Little gold pressed latinum. Like collecting shot glasses. It's funny you say that. That's the case I have it in. I bought a shot glass case because it's about the right size and it's got a mirror back and it's like acrylic and clear all the way around. That's what I wound up using, a shot glass case. That's exactly what I used. And I'm using coin stands from the coin industry. Exactly. I see you, sassy cat. Ah. I'm hearing some noises up there. New neighbors this week. They sold the house next door. I said goodbye to the neighbor today, so I'm out there and getting the last of his stuff. And he said, "Yeah," he's like, "we're closing Monday," So I was like, "Yeah." I shook his hand, and then I went inside. I gave him some time out there by himself. He was looking around, and then I saw him. He had his camera out. He was going around the house taking photos. He probably grew up in that house. It was his mother's house, but she's in a nursing home. So. Yeah, they probably bought that house in like the friggin' 50s. She's like 96, something like that. I need to try one of those Pro V Gibsons with the compound radius. Those have intrigued me. And the Berry Burst and the Sunset Burst, right? And they make one with a in a matte finish, but I like the gloss one. Right, I do like that. Sometimes you see that berry finish. I could have got one of those berry finishes for like $1,800, $1,900 not too long ago. I regret not pulling the trigger. I remember showing that to Bobby, and he was like, "That's a good-looking guitar." I'm like, "Yeah, you like that?" He's like, "I do." And but it sold. I wound up not getting it. How's his basement drainage? You know, she's never really said to me. He's never mentioned anything that her son there, but he's been there more recently. But she's never said that she gets the water in the basement. So I don't know. You know. I think the couple that bought it and they're moving in are like in their late 20s. It's their first house. I was like, great. You know, you couldn't ask her. So many houses on this street. Families have moved in and created a family and raised their kids here. Right now, we got new neighbors on the other side, and they got a little kid, and Tonka trucks out in the yard again. It's like, what's old is new again. And she's pregnant again, it looks like. And I saw the other day, I'm sitting at my desk and I happen to catch something in my eye up on the security cam. And I look up and it's a girl in like, you know, a little like, you know, SUV. You know, she's probably 4 or 5 years old. She's like in a little SUV, motorized SUV. And her dad's next to her on a bike. And she's just going right down the street. And it's like, we have a quiet enough street that you can ride a friggin' little toy car right down the middle of the friggin' road. And you don't have to worry about getting hit by a car, you know, which is nice. It's a selling point for the street. Because, you know, around here, everything's so congested, it's hard to get a neighborhood like that that's that quiet, you know. But they got some work cut out for them because she hasn't done any work on it. And sadly, I think she's been, you know, sort of ganked by a couple of people. The guy who did her back porch did a good job, but that's the only one. One guy did a little bit of shingle work, not a little bit, quite a bit of shingle work, just on the front of the house, and just in one section of the house. And what a god-awful job he did. I remember just staring at that going, oh, you cannot even be serious, dude. I am watching a guy who's in way, way over his head. He has no idea what he's doing. And it's sad because, you know, I can point out 1,000 things wrong with that shingle job. Guy had no idea what he was doing. He said, how hard can it be to throw shingles up? Yeah, it's actually really hard. Actually really hard, okay? Do I live in Boston? I don't live in the city limits anymore. I grew up in the city, though. Hyde Park, West Roxbury, Rosendale. But now I live outside the city. Am I losing weight? Maybe a little bit. I usually lose weight in the summer anyway, though. Eat less, right? Don't have much of an appetite. Have a good one, Justin. Can't believe it's 8:58. I just looked at it. Oh, my God. Yeah, he started from the top and worked his way down. Well, she had dormers. She's got 2 dormers. And, you know, he doesn't know how to do it, so he's putting the shingles in, and they're on an angle. The same angle as the dormer. And I'm like, what are you, dude? Not like this. Like that. He's supposed to cut that on a... No idea what he's doing. In way over his head. And it's sad to watch. Want me to break out the SG next week? I could. Lost 65 pounds since March. Yeah, you know, I always lose weight in the summer. We'll see if I can keep it off in the winter. Oh, you have to weave the shingles, and people don't realize that each shingle goes up 2 courses of shingles behind it. It's not just up behind the shingle above it. It's behind the 2 shingles above it. Right? They're actually fairly long. They have to be, or else it wouldn't shed water like a duck, right? And they have to overlap a certain way so that you don't have seams on top of each other. Oh, that's an art. It's an art. That's why the guys specialize in shingling. You know? And this guy was a painter. And he's like, oh, you got a few rotted shingles, and we do the shingles up there, and proceeded to destroy it. Absolutely destroy it. And it's just like the rest of the house is solid. The one area he did is completely rotted and falling apart. And who knows what he used for friggin' shingles? Probably weren't even cedar. You know? We use the softest pine shingles. Exactly. How hard can it be? It's actually you're underestimating the talent level, and you're completely overestimating your own skill set. But it happens. All right, dudes, it is 9 p.m. I have a new video coming out this week, and it'll I can tell you for sure I have a video coming out this week, maybe 2, but I think I'm going to consolidate it all into one. I was thinking about making 2 videos, but I think I'm just going to whip it all into one video and be done with it. And there you go. And you look pretty alert, Steve. Any chance of a you up? Maybe. Dude, just want to let you know, love what you do, been watching you for years. Love share. Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, you rock. Never forget that. Time to assemble a lasagna. That actually sounds like a plan. You know? Oh, no, yeah, no. I think the shingle guy had shingles. God, that dude. What the hell is wrong with him? Anyway, you rock. I'll see you guys in a week. Stay tuned for a video this week. I have a produced video coming out. I guess shoot a little bit more footage for it probably on Monday. And then I'll get it out Tuesday or Wednesday. And there you go. And I'll see you at the very least next Saturday. And there you have it. All right, dudes. No, you rock. I'll see you then. Super thanks for everyone for hanging out. Super extra special thanks to anyone who contributed. I really, really appreciate that. And always very, 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 very much appreciated. And, of course, a bro hug and bro fist to my mod squad. Hashtag mod squad. And I'll see everybody in a week. Have a great week. And there you have it. Later.